Good to see everybody. If you're new here, shout it out in the chat. Let me know. I love to welcome the new people. And for all of you that don't know, we're streaming this on YouTube. The replay will be posted on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe to this content so we can produce more stuff that you like. So, all right, popping out of this screen. Not the screen I need. We need charts. Now, where is the link on Discord for what? For this? You made it here. So the replay will be on YouTube, jeffreytrader.com/YouTube. If you're not sure how to get there, it's just on straight up YouTube. So, all right. So S&P 500, we dipped into about the 6th of December, somewhere down in here, 3rd of December. Then use our fib tool here. Let's turn on the magnet. See if that helps at all today. Nope, it's gonna be a pain. I'm just gonna wing it here. So right off the high, right down to the low. We came up shy of making a new high. I'm using the futures. If you're not unfamiliar what this is ES, S&P 500 futures. They call it the E-mini. And this is the 4-hour chart. So we came up short of making a new all-time high on the futures. And we did have a contract rollover thing in here in between. So you could argue that maybe this was a higher high or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, I see it is we came up shy of a higher high. Now, what did we do today? Now, this is we're still looking higher. I'm still looking for these higher targets because when I run this from right here up to here, we had a little mini, I'm going to talk about this a little closer here. We pulled back and bounced right off this 50% extension. Now, what we need to see, I'm going to jump down in time frames here. Give us enough space to work. So now that we bounced right off that 50%, going off this high we had just a couple of days ago down here, we need to break through this 618 retrace here. Let me remove some lines so we can see a little closer what I'm talking about. So from this high that we had right back over here to this low, swing high to swing low, run the fib lines, zoom it up so we can see it even better. So 618 level right here, 46.76. That's going to be a decision point. Now, we run right up here overnight, hold that support, and start on our way back down. We could see a lower low. All right, how much lower low? Use our 3-point tool, run it 1, 2, 3, and right in that area right there. 45.21 to 45.53. That would be the target area. I just happened to draw my arrow right about the right spot. Funny how that happens. Now, if we just fart around overnight and then drift higher, the breakout above that can take us up to these levels up here, all new all-time highs. All right. So the question this week was, what is Confluence? We've gotten that. So let's talk about that briefly, teach you a little something here. So let's jump back out of time frame or two. We just saw where I put how I got these levels up here. So we had this bigger pullback on the daily from late November, black and blue Friday into the first week of December here. That pullback also going from the swing high to the swing low gives us this 1272 level around 4807. And then the current little pullback running the extension off of it gives us a 4802.75, it looks like. Those two, a confluence is when something comes together in the same spot, basically. You see how those lines are basically lined up right on top of each other? And these two lines up here, right on top of each other. To me, that's a confluence of fib lines. Really, it only takes two levels line up at the same place to start creating a confluence. Now, the 1618 of the current little pullback lining up with the 1272 of this bigger pullback, that's a pretty strong. I mean, I like to target the 1272 and I like to target that 1618. Those two coming together can be a powerful setup. Now, I usually say that, you know, the most extreme small pullbacks tend to run out about the 272, and that corresponding with the 1618 of the bigger pullback. That could be, I mean, we could see that run, a brief hold for a day or two or three, and then a run on up here before we start exhausting this move. And when do I think this could happen? Well, this move right up here, the 47.58 to all-time new high, could happen quickly. I mean, this could happen tomorrow after Jerome Powell announces whatever he's going to announce. Now, before we actually got started, I was talking about the fact that Jerome Powell, what can he say? Well, he could say the exact same things he said last week, where he said, we're going to accelerate taper. Everybody kind of freaked out a little bit. You know, the things he basically has said for the last couple of days. You know, accelerate and taper. I think this was a taper tantrum back here when he's saying we're going to accelerate taper and, you know, retire the terms of inflation, you know, being transitory, blah, 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 blah. And then today we kind of got the PPI news that added on that said, you know, inflation's rocking at like a 9.6% rate for wholesale prices. That's pretty crazy. That's a record-setting number right there. Higher than we've ever had before. So now if he just reiterates that stuff, it's already baked in. We've already pulled back. We've already freaked out a little bit. And we could just see go ripping off and get our Santa Claus rally. That'd be the awesome scenario. If the risk come tomorrow is that he pops in here and says, man, this economy is rocking. It's overheating. We got to raise rates. We got to do rate raises faster than we even anticipated. We weren't counting on doing, but maybe one raise next year. I think we could do two, maybe three. That's going to freak the market out. And we're probably going to do that drop thing. That red arrow drop here. And if that kind of area doesn't hold, then we could see a bigger pullback. And this could be a bigger 1, 2, 3 type of situation. And what would that bigger drop situation look like? What's the potential there? Well, let's run a fib really quick. From here to here to here. So at a minimum, we could see 44.80. If we really got some targets going here, 44.19 or this 144 EMA on the daily over here. Yeah, we're all the way down here, coming up quick. I think I'll probably start rolling over just a little bit as we got closer. It looks something like that. So right around that 44.20 could be a place. So I actually played this little move down today. Yesterday, I put on a trade on UVXY. I talked about it in my Discord server. It was just a little pullback scenario because let me jump down one more time frame and talk about something. Let's talk about the whole picture here. So I'll talk about Elliott Wave stuff. So right here, we had grab the Elliott Wave tool so you can see when I actually put these numbers on. Impulse moves, which are trend moves, go in 5 waves. So we had a 1 right up to there, a 2 pullback. These are not the most ideal wave sizes. We had a 3 there, a 4 here, and a higher high for a 5 right there. And then this right here has pulled back to the 50%, which is a very, very standard pullback for a wave 2 of a higher degree. Holding right here and going higher is uber bullish setup for getting these higher levels. So my primary expectation is we see these higher levels. It's not just because I'm bullish. It's because this 5 waves right here, and there's a little mini 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside that 3 3 is the biggest wave. While they're not technically the best proportions, they're not the classic, best looking proportions, but it does follow all the rules. We had a roughly 3-wave pullback there, a little super mini 3-wave pullback here. The proportion's not the greatest. This kind of stopped out and didn't really hit a key fib level, but it did come up shy of the all-time high, which is classic for a wave 1. You would not expect, typically you do not expect your wave 1 to make a new high before it pulls back in a 2. And then we get the 3, 4, 5, wherever that's going to come out up there. Not trying to project those. This tool is not the best tool for that. But what you would do is move this up degree. That would look like that. That'd be a wave 1. This right here, this little mini guy, this pullback. Another reason I think it might be done, this little pullback we just had for the last 2 days. When you run this fib right here, it's going to click on the tool. Somebody had to go and name their indicators, a big long name. 1, 2, 3, it comes out right down to the 1272 of A equals C. There's a little bit of Elliott Wave stuff, but this is the kind of stuff I sit here and measure all day long. So this bouncing right here is a very key level right here. So we can see this launch out. Now, like I said, right here is kind of our decision point right now. I was looking for this decision point right down here. It decided to start running higher. Right now, my direction is higher. So once I saw this 5 waves complete right here, yesterday morning, early in the day, I was like, oh man, this sucker is going to pull back at least to the 50%, maybe to the 618, which we came up a little bit shy. That we were in 4480 area, a little bit down, just about where that 2 is. That was the 618 level. I was thinking we pull back at least the 50, if not the 618. So I put on a UVXY $16 call and took it off at right around 60% profit. It went as high as 85%. But once I saw the reversal building in here and saw the smaller time frames all lining up, I decided to close the UVXY, close my futures. I was short futures. They both stopped out for profit, and I decided to get long the futures. So I'm long right now. MES, that's micro S&P 500, and this is ES. So MES 1 exclamation point is the micro, has 1/10 the risk, whereas ES has a $50 tick, or I mean $50 point, excuse me, use the right lingo. MES has a $5 point. So it's kind of like playing nickel slots. And I equate futures trading to gambling. Closest thing you can do to gambling. House always wins. There's a lot of rules against you in futures. So I'm long MES and I'm long MNQ 1 exclamation point. The micro Nasdaq, which looks just like the regular Nasdaq. All right. Now this one's not quite the same count. Didn't quite, it's got a very messy 5 up. If that was the 5, that was a truncated 5. And then this 3 is, this move down is kind of overlapping. So this thing is messy and could very well break lower. It's very deep 2 compared to the 618 on the ES. So this thing, there's no better way to say it than sloppy. This thing touched the 786 here. So NQ is sloppy. All right, I'll get to Russell here in a second. Pop that up. Go back to the daily because that's where I've got everything drawn. We are still in that giant wedge. See that giant wedge? But this could be a potential setup with a higher low here to start really running. So I did grab a starter position on IWM. I don't know if it was last week or week before. It was somewhere right around here, right over here. Probably, I guess that's 2 weeks back now. I grabbed a starter position, very small, like 0.05% of my account that I put it in, or the accounts. I guess I put multiple accounts on it. Did pull back more, and so far it's held this bottom trend line. So I'm looking for it to set up something bullish to break out. It may push one more lower low. We'll have to see. Right now, holding up above that low right there is a fairly bullish setup for like a 1-2 potential. 1, 2, we get a 3, 4, 5. Those proportions aren't going to be right at all. But that's what we watch right now. Watch this trend line of the lows that we've had all year. All right. Otherwise, just more consolidation. Still in the middle. Still back in the failed breakout there. We're just back in the consolidation. So really just expecting sideways. So long and the short of it. Sideways is what I expect. The starter position is just there. Do I recommend putting one on right now? No, not until it starts breaking out. That's it. Not until it starts breaking out. Right now, it's just messing around. I mean, no. IWM is an ETF, just like SPY. So you got the SPY, that's for S&P 500. You got QQQ, that's for Nasdaq, and IWM is the ETF for the Russell 2000. I'm just in an option out to 2023, I think. Maybe it's June 2022. All right. I'm in a long-term position. It's not like I bought this week or this month or even anything this year. It was out in the future. All right. Yeah. June. Somebody says June 22nd. So I jumped in June 2022. June 2022 is where I jumped out to. So all the way out here in the summer. Yeah, I went out here and up, way up. So I don't remember the strike right now. It's in Discord. Search for IWM. You can pull it up. If you didn't know you can search, pop in Discord, this button right here, search. And you can look for, and see if I said anything. You can roll down through here and see. Looks like right there, there's the play right there, maybe. Yeah, there it is right there. So inside the Discord, I filled on a group buy about 25, June 17, 22. And that's 25 contracts that cost 3 different accounts. So, all right. Yeah, I did buy 25 IWM contracts with a June 2022 expiration. This was in the free Trader Talk channel. If you're in Discord, it's not in any of the services. So I did that 11/26 right there. So 2 weeks ago. Carlos, if you want to get in Discord, we've got a deal for you coming up here in a few minutes. You can get in there. Right now, it's just for customers that have bought something from me. I have $5 products, and you get in here. I got $50. I got $1,000 products. But this is where all my customers can get in here and talk to me about whatever they bought and whatever I'm doing. And I update everything all day long. And right before I started, I looked at it, and I have sent 1,600 messages already inside this Discord server. So I do update often. We can pop over here, pop to the pinned messages. If we jump up to there and click on this link right here that my bot keeps track of, you can see I've sent 1,600 messages. So I do spend a lot of time in here. Seems like I'm talking a lot. I am talking a lot. All right. So that's where my focus is running this, putting my information into Discord. So you want to keep up with me? Discord is where I'm putting all the information I come up with during the day. All right, this is just a tester account over here. This is not my real account. So that's why you don't see all the stuff. It looks like this is not anything because it's not. That's just a test. It's called Jeff test, Jeffrey test right there. So it's just this is the one I have, so I can show you guys, you all, my followers, how it works. So, all right, back to it. Everyone wants to know what happened to Bitcoin, right? Right. What happened? What happened? A lot of people messaged me last couple of days. What happened to Bitcoin? Check this out. So right here, the low to the swing high is just the low from December 3rd to the high from December 7th. 4-day run there. We pulled back to the 618 right there. See that 45. Maybe you can't see it. Let's zoom it up here a little bit. Right here, it's overlapping the colors of the background. Yeah, it's 45,970 right there at 618 level. We pulled right back to it last night and bounced. So, and this right here is A equals C. Just happened to be exactly, what am I talking about? A equals C. 3-wave moves are corrections in Elliott Wave speak. You got trend moves, 5 waves, counts in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Corrections count in ABCs or WXY. So right here, this A move down, a B move up, and a C move down just happen to have the fibs that line up on the 100% right on the 618, and we bounced right there. That is potentially very bullish, especially if we get above and stay above the 144 EMA on the hourly, and then the 4-hour, which is way up here, and then the daily, which is way up here still. So that's what's happened on Bitcoin right now. Nice strong rally into the close for the day. So, all right. How can you watch the recording on YouTube? Go to jeffreytrader.com/YouTube, and it'll be up just as soon as we get it up. It'll be pretty, should be pretty quick. We did forget to push the button to publish it last week. So it came out yesterday, I think, but we are going to put it up as soon as we can. So, all right, how much do I think Bitcoin affects Mara? Giantly, incredibly. I mean, so we look at Mara's price right here today, 1.33% gain, and Bitcoin 3.52% gain. Usually Mara is outperforming either up or down Bitcoin. It's usually an outsized move up or an outsized move down. You know, it's usually a multiplier. So there is potential for Mara to catch up tomorrow if Bitcoin holds on to these gains. Usually it's double or triple size move. So now Mara did fart around, make a lower low today. You notice that did not happen on the Bitcoin chart. But this spike down also happened on the weekend on a Saturday. So that, you know, Mara doesn't trade on Saturdays, so you don't see it reflected in the charts. But also basically a little mini me of Mara right now. Those two charts look very much similar. See that? You can't even hardly tell when I switch them. Just a little bit different candle sizes. So those two are very heavily tied. This one right here got the same kind of move going right now. Did extend a little bit down though, Riot. So a little less efficiently run company right now than Mara or Hut. Do I think it's probably going to come back? Yeah. I mean, look at the after hours. It's already up almost 30 cents, 40 cents after hours. Mara up 15 cents after hours. And Hut up, what was that, 7 cents? 7 cents after hours. So something to keep your eye on. One I did get into right in the late afternoon. I was in Apple before. I closed it. I did update this last week, and then right here at the high, I kind of closed it. Right before, I guess it was the day before the high. Day before the spike. last week, Wednesday, Thursday, I was closing. Then last 2 days, we got that. So I guess I closed right here. We ran on up, hit the all-time high yesterday, pulled back. I was seeing that ES move, so I was very cautious about putting anything new back on. We did pull back and make a little doji here in the afternoon. We did hit some key levels, especially in the smaller time frames. I think it was 30-minute. Yeah, no, 15. So we hit that 144 EMA. Did make the correction down here. And we started this little bullish pattern that's on the 5-minute here. And I need to see this break back above this 144 EMA on the 5-minute. It's one to watch in the morning. If we start opening and or breaking above this level right here, that can be bullish. I did buy a January. This was in Discord again. Pop back over here. Jump to president. So right up here, I bought one so far. Apple 195, January 21, 22, 2022 calls for $1.30. So I did that at 2:06 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, the 144 is good on all time frames. I use it all time frames. I use the same stuff, like everything I do, because it's based on Fibonacci, is fractal in nature. That means it's all self-similar. Like the smaller time frames are all just pieces of the bigger time frame. So the same exact things you see in the small time frames, you see those same exact patterns all the way up to the monthly chart, all the way up to the yearly chart if you got a yearly chart. So I am back into Apple, just with one though, as a small trade, because there is that risk that I talked about on the front of this whole thing for S&P 500 to that lower low situation right there. This thing I talked about on the daily chart. No, I think it was the 4-hour chart. Yeah, right there. This situation, we'll pop up. We might break higher tomorrow, might break lower. I'm not willing to go full on risk until we find out what Jerome Powell is going to do. So eventually, big picture, big picture prediction. This thing is going to run out of steam somewhere toward the end of 2022 or end of 2023. And we're going to get what they might call the Greater Depression. We'll see. All right. What time? What time? If you go to Google and FOMC meeting scheduled December 21. Hop on this federalreserve.gov. Oh, they don't have the time on there. So he usually talks about I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern. Is that right? All of a sudden, I'm like, middle blank. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. So 2 p.m. Eastern, watch for the fireworks. I was listening to a fundamental analysis guy that I follow, Wiz at Top Gun Options. I was in his brief, was it yesterday or today? I don't remember which one it was. And we were speculating on the fact that maybe the powers that be got the leak. And this correction we're seeing today is the leaked information about what's going to be announced. So I am friends with Wiz. He is awesome. I do agree. He's a great veteran, great guy. So all you guys that love Wiz, he's a friend of mine. So I was talking to him on the side chat during his brief, and he kind of agreed with me that the information could be leaked. That Jerome Powell is going to say tomorrow. This could have been the leak reaction, and then when we actually get the news tomorrow, we just take off. Santa Claus rally to the moon. So that could be a thing. So And he is very opinionated and rants a lot, but you know, if you like that sort of thing, it can be interesting. It can be fun. So all right. I love his fundamental analysis. You know, I don't do fundamental analysis so much, but I do appreciate somebody that does, that picks through the crap and really picks up the good stuff. So if you go visit him and you on my recommendation, then tell him I sent you his way. I'm a lifetime member with him. So just full disclosure. All right. So that's kind of about going to wrap up our thing for today. Let's pop this up, go through it, give you opportunity to join me here. So one more thing you need to know about this week. All right. The Fed meeting is today and tomorrow for the last time in 2021. And they could accelerate tapering, which they've already, you know, last week he pretty much said he's going to accelerate tapering already. And this could lead to a worse taper tantrum if he's going to accelerate it even faster, you know. So this is something you need to be aware of. And I'm going to be hosting a free class on Thursday evening to react to the fallout. So I'm going to go through what's said, what we got, what I think is going to happen. And we're going to do a little bit of, you know, talk about it and what potential crash situation we have, if there is any. But we'll send out details for that in the next day or two. So, you know, tomorrow's Wednesday, we'll send out details, I'm sure. And then Thursday, we'll send out details a lot. So check your email if you're interested in coming to that. But if you want to skip all that right now, you're like, okay, I believe what you're selling here today. So what I'm going to do about it, you can grab my crash protection kit right now. I know lots of people are already a member of it, but if you're not, this is your opportunity to jump in. You can jump in right now. We'll host a live class for crash protection members on Wednesday, December 22nd. Why then? Because we're giving you an opportunity to join today. We're giving you an opportunity to join Thursday. And next week, we're really going to go through it and all the things that I see set up through the end of the year and into next year. So January is where I really see the risk coming into a crash. And in 2022, like I talked about, big picture, we may roll out to late 2022 before the real serious, real deal crash really happens that really takes this market down. There'll be lots of little events in between, like we had the last 2 days. And during that session, I'm going to cover everything I did during a crash, the real deal crash. I'm going to go through what we did in 2020, what I did. We'll go through the best trade I ever made, all the things I did. I'm going to pull, they had me pull together a summary of every trade I made, the in, the out, you know, what it cost, what I profited for, when I got in, when I got out. We'll look at the chart, we'll look at the trade, and we'll go through why I did what I did. All right, we're going to do that as part of this class. It's going to be December 22nd. If you've ever bought this before, you're invited to come. So I'm not leaving anybody out, but you'll also get access to the Crash Protection Manifesto, where I teach the top 20 companies to avoid, the bankruptcy blacklist, the new trader-friendly stocks of 2022, which may be 2023 by the time that we really need them, and my #1 trade to protect yourself from the next big crash or any crash, any little pullback like we had this week. So you'll get to join the Discord server. You'll get to access to the exclusive channel for crash protection, where I talk the crash game plans and what trades I'm going to do. So we have little trades and we have big trades, and it's all covered in the Discord. So you also get a crypto summit in case inflation just keeps raging and you need to protect your money. So we get the crash protection live call. We get, for the serious real deal crash trades, you get a text alert. You get notifications in Discord for any crash related trade I do, any kind of protection trade I do. And then you get a couple of free reports on cryptos. And as always, you get free VIP customer support. VIP customer support is always. So go to jeffreytrader.com/safe or call 321-888-3961 if you need to talk to a human. But jeffreytrader.com/safe is the fastest, easiest way to get in to the crash protection kit. Any questions? I saw a few things fly through. Yeah, we're gonna, like, December 22nd, we're gonna go through every trade I did in the 2022 meltdown, what the profit was, how I made the money I made that you've seen on on the claims. They had me create a spreadsheet that goes through every trade. All right. Any questions? Any questions? So if you're not sure about all this, you can come to the class on Thursday where I go through what happened and give you a bigger spiel on this. This is the quick pitch, 5-second pitch, 5-minute pitch, as it turns out. So, all right. I think I saw one other questions up here. Let's see. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. The market possibly has already baked whatever cake. You know, I'm not saying that there's a crash right now. So I think January, when they announced that the money's over, it's a lifetime subscription. One time gets you in this forever, this little thing. And we just keep on rocking. I keep accumulating people. Last time I ran this was in October. Some people complained that they didn't get a chance to get in, so we're kind of running a little longer, making the window available. Won't be offered again probably till maybe February. Kind of open this up for a little while, let people in, and then we close it back up. So yeah, we'll probably see SPX around 5,000, maybe even 6,000 before this sucker peters out. I've got a big picture chart that I'll share in the December 2022 the class, the crash protection class. All right, Marianne, put your email in the chat and I will get customer service to hit you up. Or you can send me a private message in Discord with your email. Anytime you see my name in Discord, you can click on it and hit the send message button. All right, jeffreytrader.com/safe, 321-888-3961. This right here. Anytime you see my name, you can click on it, send me a message. You can just message it right there. It sends it to me. All right. So jeffreytrader.com/safe. You can just cut out the sales thing I'm going to do Thursday. You don't have to listen to it. Thursday's class will be a sales class. December 22nd class will be a real deal class. All right. No bull crap. Sales class Thursday with a little bit of information. Real deal class with lots of information. No sales on December 22nd for those who paid. All right. If you want in on it, jeffreytrader.com/safe. And this right here doesn't even have access to it. So this test account. So I can't even show you what's in there. Jump in there and find out. Any final questions? We'll wrap this puppy up. Great to see you. Remember, if you're watching on Discord, like, subscribe, and follow me for more content. Ring the bell, get notifications. So, all right. Thank you all. I'll see you guys later.